Hi my loves, and welcome to my channel. My name is DesixKaty, and in today's video I'm going to be filming a get ready with me. I am going to be showing you guys my curly hair routine and how I do my go-to makeup look. And then throughout the video I'm going to be stating some facts about me so you guys can get to know me a little bit better. So if you want to see how I went from this to that, then go ahead and keep watching. Okay, so to start, I'm gonna go ahead and do my skincare. That way, once I'm done with my hair, my skincare is all done and I can just go ahead and get started on doing my makeup. So for skincare, I am using for moisturizer this Alpine Beauty. I've been using this for a little while and I like it. I wouldn't say it's anything super special, but I do enjoy using this. All right, so that was my moisturizer. And then I used the Banana Bright eye cream for my eye cream. All right, so as you can see, I've already washed my hair. My hair dries out pretty quickly, so I have a little sprayer bottle here to just kind of re-wet and re-moisturize all of the hair. So I do my hair in sections, and what I plan on doing for my hair is probably like half up, half down with two little pieces in the front. So I'm gonna just go ahead and split my hair down the middle, and I'll put this piece up, and then we can start with this one. All right, so like I said, I'm gonna wet my hair, so I'm just gonna put a towel down so I don't get all wet. So I just kind of do my hair in little sections because my hair is very long and thick, so it just needs a lot of moisture and a lot of product in order for it to look really good. So I'm just gonna go ahead and wet this. I bought this little sprayer bottle on Amazon, and it's honestly amazing. Like, the little sprayer, look how long it goes on for. It's crazy. But so I just spray it, and then I have this little brush, the Tangle Teaser brush. I'm gonna comb through it so all that water can get distributed. And then to start, I'm gonna be using the Olaplex number 6 leave-in styling treatment. So just a little bit of that. Just disperse it through my hands, and then I just kind of comb through my hair with that. This towel does not want to stay. What I'm gonna be using for curling cream is the Uncle Funky's Daughter Curly Magic Curl Stimulator. If any of it wants to come out, I just take just a little bit on my hands, again massage it into my hands, and then I just go ahead and comb it through my hair. I make sure to like focus it on areas of my hair that are really dry, which for me is like the root. It's usually what is the driest. And so once I feel like I've distributed it all, what I'll do is I'll take my hair from the bottom and I'll kind of scrunch it up in my hands so that the curls can be a little bit more defined, and then I comb it through again. And so just keep doing that until I'm satisfied with the curl pattern. All right, so I think that's pretty good for now. I do kind of keep massaging it in as I do more and more pieces. So I'll just go ahead and push that to the back. And then I just go again and take a little section. So there is one more section. I usually do about 5 sections per each side of my hair, so I'm probably gonna be here for a little while. So I'll show you guys how I do this one again, and then I will just go ahead and time lapse me doing the rest of my hair. So again, just try to, sorry if I'm not looking at you guys because I'm looking at the mirror next to me. Just want to make sure that I get enough water on all the parts of my hair. So again, just go ahead and comb it through. My hair gets super tangled really quickly, So I always have to just kind of go over with the Tangle Teaser. So again, just a little pump of the Olaplex. And so then, let's get this out the way. Once I kind of distribute it in there, then I'll just go ahead and start combing through the rest of the product into the rest of the hair. And then once I've done that, then I take the curl stimulator, rub it into my hands, and then just comb through. I put a little bit too much, so what I do is I'll just use one hand to comb, to put the product in, and then I'll take both hands and take both sections and comb through it again, so I can distribute that product in a good portion of my hair. And so I just do that, and then again just take my hair and scrunch it up, just scrunch it up, and then just comb it out. So put a little bit too much, you can kind of see it, but that's all right. Once all my hair is down and I comb through it, it'll kind of disperse a little bit more evenly. So scrunch that, scrunch, scrunch, and then there's that. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and continue the same process throughout the rest of my hair. I'm gonna go ahead and time lapse this. So as you can see, I just finished this side of my hair. So this is what it looks like so far. So I'm just gonna go ahead and now get started on this side. I'm gonna repeat the same exact process what I did on the other side. So again, just section off my hair into pieces. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my towel, and you could just kind of tell the difference from my hair before I re-moisturize it and add a product to afterwards when I have all my product in. So it's a huge difference. When wondering why I am doing my hair before my makeup, it's because I'm putting so much product in my hair, it's gonna take a long time for it to dry. So I'm doing my hair now, so by the time my makeup is done, my hair is a little bit more dry and I can just maneuver with it a little bit better. So yeah, so for anyone wondering why I'm doing my hair first, so as you guys can see, I'm all done with my hair. So this is what it looks like right now. It actually turned out really good. I'm very surprised because my hair has not really been cooperating with me recently. And that's kind of like the problem with curly hair, that you can do the same exact routine, and if your hair is not cooperating that day, then it's just not gonna look good. But I'm having a good hair day, so thankful for that. So what I'm gonna just do is go ahead and just clip my hair back while I do my makeup. So I'll just go and use these. So I'll just clip my hair back. Okay, so I am gonna go ahead and put primer on. So my favorite primer is the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. This is probably the only primer I use now. It's my absolute favorite, and it keeps my makeup looking good, and my makeup lasts as long as I want to have it on. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start with that, and while this just dries and sets into my face, I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyebrows. So honestly, I don't do much for my eyebrows because they're pretty thick already, and so I don't like to have them look overly thick. So I'm just gonna go ahead and comb them up and then see if there's any sparse areas that need me to go in and just kind of pencil them in. But if not, then all I do is I just go straight in with the Benefit 24-hour brow setter and then just kind of set my eyebrows, and then I carve them out with concealer. So while I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and start with my first fact about me. And that fact is that I am 27 years old. I am going to be turning 28 very soon. And you guys are probably gonna be able to guess when that is based on my next fact, that is that I am a Pisces. So yeah, so my birthday is coming up, which I am excited about, but like not super excited. I was actually just telling my best friend today, because it's actually her birthday, that I feel like as I get older, I'm not as like interested or as excited to like do anything extravagant for my birthday. I really just want to spend my birthday with the people who I care about the most, making new experiences. If I do ever do something, I kind of want to travel, because I love to travel, which is another fact. But I am excited to be able to see a new year. So yeah, hopefully 28 is gonna be a great year for me, and it's gonna be the start of something new. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and I looked at my eyebrows, and I don't really, actually, I'm gonna go ahead and just put in a little bit down here. Just comb. There you go. Oh, and I can go ahead and put my rings back on now, which actually bring me into fact number 3, which is, well, actually, I guess this is fact number 4. That fact is that I just recently got married. I got married this past July. I had a destination wedding in Punta Cana. It was honestly amazing. Probably the best party I've ever thrown. Yeah, it was just so special to have all the people that you love and care about and support your relationship be there to see the start of something new. So yeah, that was super, super exciting. I'm gonna go ahead and just set my eyebrows. And like I said, I'm using the Benefit 24-hour brow setter. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. All right, so that is pretty much everything I do for my eyebrows. Well, except for carving them out, which I'm gonna do that right now. To carve out my eyebrows, I'm gonna be using the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. This is my absolute favorite concealer, and I have it in the color medium 1.5 macadamia. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put some on the back of my hand. That way I can really control how much I'm putting on, because I don't want to use too much. And then to carve them out, I'm going to be using the Morphe X Ariel brush. This is the A18. These are my favorite brushes of all time. So glad I was able to get my hands on it. So I'm going to just go ahead and carve out my eyebrows. And I find that this is good, especially because I don't really put too much product into my eyebrows. I do find that this kind of makes them pop a little bit. So I'm gonna use my beauty blender. I forgot to wet it, so I'm just gonna go use this sprayer bottle to wet it. And I'm gonna use this to blend out that concealer. All right, so I just finished doing this eye because I wanted to kind of get an idea of what I was gonna do. I'm just gonna go ahead and do this eye. So what I did was I picked up this color called Necessary and then this color called Churro. Just kind of mixed them. I just took a little bit of Churro because it's very dark. So just went ahead and did that, and then just blended it into my crease. All right, so my next fact is that I bought my first house at the age of 26. So that means I just bought my house just over a year ago now. I bought my house in Brooklyn, which is the house that I currently live in now. I'm not gonna lie, it was definitely a difficult process, but thankfully I had my husband doing it along with me, which was very helpful. But our situation was a little bit unique because buying a house in New York is very different from buying a house in other states. Yeah, so we had actually taken a course on how to buy houses and how to buy multifamily houses, specifically because that's the type of house that we were in the market of buying. And so we had some basic background knowledge on you needed in order to buy a house, but like I said, there was just specific things that you need here in New York that you don't need in other places. So it definitely made the situation a little bit more difficult and a little bit more unique. So if you guys ever want me to do a video on that, just let me know down below, comment down below, and I could maybe do a video detailing the things that we learned during the process of us purchasing our home. All right, so I'm pretty happy with how that looks right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, and then I'm gonna go ahead and just carve out my lid. So I'm using the Morphe X Ariel A19 brush, and I'm just gonna, it's a double-ended brush, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use this end of the brush, and then I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of carve out my lid. Don't worry if it's not perfect, because what I'm gonna do is just go ahead and go in with that same blender brush and then just blend in any of those harsh lines so that it all looks very seamless. That's like the one thing about doing eyeshadow, that it just kind of takes a lot of time and you just have to have a lot of patience, a lot of blending until you get the desired look that it is that you're going for. So as you can see, just that little bit of blending already made those harsh lines kind of go away. And so now that I have the area carved out that I want to put my other shade, I'm going to go ahead and take the Morphe X Ariel, again, the brush A29. And then I'm going to go ahead and take this shade right here called Basic. And I'm just going to pack that on. And then I'm gonna really put that into my inner corner. I want my inner corner to be the brightest out of the rest of the eye. I am gonna extend this out onto the lid, but I'm gonna focus the majority of the product in my inner corner because I really just want that like kind of matte look right inner corner with a little bit of the darker smoky eye with a wing. That's kind of the look that I'm going for. Blending, just keep blending, just keep blending. All right, and then I'm gonna go in with, I keep getting this blue shade on my face because it's all over my desk. Next fact is that I am Latina. I am Dominican, so I do speak Spanish. Hola, ¿cómo están? I am so proud of the fact that not only am I Latina, but I speak Spanish. I'm super grateful that my mom made it a priority to always speak to us in Spanish, so that we would always just be in touch with that part of ourselves. I say us because I do have an older brother, which is also another fact about me. I am not an only child, but I am the youngest. So now I'm happy with that. I'm gonna go ahead and take the color Cheens, and I'm gonna use this side of the brush, and I'm gonna just create a little wing. And I'm gonna go ahead and tap off any excess. And then just create a small little wing. Trying to match up the wings as much as possible. I feel like this one's just a little bit longer. But honestly, I'm happy with this wing, and I would rather be happy with it and they be a little bit mismatched than not be happy with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop right there. before I mess it up. So I am done with the eyes, so I'm gonna go ahead and just do mascara now. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the L'Oreal Lash Paradise mascara. All right, so I'm gonna come back to the eyes once I finish doing my face, just to kind of see what else I'm missing once all the rest of the face is done. So I'm gonna go ahead and now use my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, and I'm just gonna go ahead and start off with my under eyes. I haven't used foundation in honestly a long time. I don't like for my face to feel that caked up, and so I just don't really use it. And then what I do, if I have like blemishes like I have right now, I'll just take my concealer and I'll just put it right on there and just cover those up. That kind of replaces me having to use foundation. So let's go ahead and get started with that. I'm going to Rome next week with my husband. Really excited about Rome. Is actually one of the places that I did go to when I studied abroad, and it was actually one of my favorite cities. We went out one night in Rome and it was so much fun. Like something I would have never imagined that it was as fun as it was. It is actually where I learned about like Afrobeats. During the time that I went, I'm just putting a little bit more in those areas where I have those blemishes, just to really conceal just the redness that is coming off of those. But yeah, so during the time that I went, that's when Control, the song by Malik Berry, had just came out, and I don't even think it was out in the States yet. So when I heard it, I was like, hold up, like, why have I never heard this before? And it was great. And then I came back, and that summer it was like the song of the summer. And then honestly, that was kind of what developed my love for Afrobeats. I love Afrobeats. It's probably my favorite genre of music. It's what I listen to the most, the majority of the time. So just take this concealer, and then just kind of go up. Oop, I got that on my hair, but that's all right. I'll blend that. And again, anywhere that I feel like I have some hyperpigmentation, I'll just go ahead and put some of that concealer. So yeah, so I just love Afrobeats, and I have Rome to thank for that. So I'm excited to go back and just spend some time in Italy. I loved Italy. Florence was probably my favorite, but Rome was my second favorite for sure. So I'm excited to go back. Going to Europe is like great because it's a long enough flight where you can sleep, and it's like the same amount of hours of sleep that you would get, you know, on a normal night. And then when you get there, usually airlines plan their flight so that you leave late our time, and then you get there like in the morning-ish or midday, and so you kind of just have the whole day to just chill and relax there. So it's really great, and that's why I like going to Europe, because I feel like it's not as bad as going to like Asia, for example. I actually went to Asia for my honeymoon. We first started off going to South Korea. We spent a few days in South Korea, and then we went to Bali, which has been one of my dream destinations for years. So it was nice to be able to like knock it off on my list. But the flight was so long. I didn't realize how long the flight from South Korea to Bali was gonna be. It was, I believe, like 8 hours, which is insane. It was like going from here to Europe, which is crazy. Was it worth it? Yes, absolutely. Will I be doing that trip again? Maybe, you know, we'll see. But yeah, I love Bali. I love South Korea too. They're very advanced in South Korea, which I'm not surprised about. I've been to Japan also, which I love Japan. Sorry, I'm over here just talking about like I've been here, I've been there. But like I said, one of my facts is that I love to travel. And it's awesome because my husband is actually a pilot. So it just works out perfectly because he obviously likes to travel as well. And so whenever I get to travel with him, it's really, really nice and it's fun. We always have a great time when we travel together. All right, so that is pretty much all the concealer that I need right now. So I'm gonna go, before I set that concealer, I'm just gonna go ahead and do Creme bronzer. So this is the Fenty Beauty matchstick in the color Espresso 05. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do one side at a time because sometimes I feel like this is a little dry. I'm gonna go ahead and wet my beauty blender. Well, this is actually the Morphe blender. I don't know what it's called, but yeah, I find that this kind of dries out pretty quickly. So I like to do it one side at a time. That way when I get to the other side, it's not like super dried out. This is breaking up on my face, huh? I wonder why that's happening. Okay, that's not good. All right, let's see what we can do about that. Yeah, this is kind of like, I don't know if you can tell, it's like breaking up right there. So I'm gonna have to figure out why that is. It's just literally coming right off. That's okay. It's not great. But I'm gonna just proceed. And what I'll do is I will clean it up with my setting powder. And so because it broke up on this side, what I'm gonna just do is I'm just gonna put a little bit up here. And then whatever extra product is on my blender, then I'm just gonna go ahead and put that down here. And if I need some more, then I will go ahead and add some more. But I just don't want it to separate on my face like it did on this side. And I'm gonna probably have to like put a little bit more concealer or really put some powder to kind of brighten this area because I brought it up a little bit too high. Just gonna put some more. I really like this. Like I said, it's just a little dry, but I do really like the kind of the color that it gives my skin and how it works with my skin. I don't know why today it's not cooperating, but for the most part, this is probably one of my favorite cream bronzers that I use. Yeah, that looks so much better on this side because I didn't put so much of it. I'm gonna just put a little bit. I know I said I wasn't going to, but I'm gonna just put a little bit right there. That should be enough. So yeah, so like I said, I'm going to Rome next week. I plan on filming a pack with me video, so look out for that. And I will be filming my trip there as well. I'm gonna try my best to just kind of document all of the trips that we go on. Not that we go on trips super often, but whenever we do go on trips, I just want to be able to like look back at those memories, because eventually we won't be able to as much, you know, when kids come around, you know, if we're blessed to have kids. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and now put some powder. So I'm gonna be using the Laura Mercier translucent powder, but this is the translucent honey. I don't like the regular one because I feel like it's too bright. I don't love a super bright under eye. I just don't like it on me. I like it on other people, but maybe I don't know how to do it, but I just don't love it on me. So I just take some on here and then I just put that in under my eyes. And I'm gonna try to really like pack that into the skin and try to leave as little excess as possible. I don't like to like put too much where I have to brush it away with the brush, because then I find my under eyes are already very like creasy. So I find when I do that, it creases my under eyes more. So I just try to like pack that in to my under eye as much as possible. Just doing that kind of helped brighten up that area where I put too much bronzer. So that is good. Okay, so that is one side. Okay, and then again, now the other side. Just bring that, pack that in, and then I'm just gonna take a little bit more and just use that to just powder the rest of my face, anywhere else that I put concealer, and just in the areas where I get kind of shiny after some time. Okay, perfect. All right, and then I'm gonna leave this powder right there because I'm gonna use it to like just carve out and really accentuate that bronzer when I do the bronzer. So for bronzer, I'm gonna be using the NARS bronzer in the shade Laguna, and I'm gonna be using this brush, the A58. Gonna go ahead and take a little bit of this and then just go ahead and put that in this area. All right, and then just a little bit on my nose. I don't really do much for like my nose. I don't really nose contour or anything like that, but I do try to bring up some into like my eyebrows because I really like that look of putting just having kind of like bronzer go in from my nose to my eyebrows. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, and now, like I said, still have this powder, so I'm gonna pour some of it out, and then I'm gonna take this side of my beauty blender. That's why I like this beauty blender, because I can use both sides. And so I'm gonna go ahead and take this side of the beauty blender and pack on the powder, and then I'm gonna carve out and make sure that it's exactly how I want it to. Okay, so there's that. And what I like to do now is put on my blush while that kind of sets there. So for my blush, I think I'm gonna use this powder. So this is the Alamad Cosmetics blush. This is the Colorette Blush Trio in the color medium to tan. So this is what it looks like. And so let's see, what brush am I gonna use? So I'm gonna use this brush. This is the A22, and I think I'm gonna use this one, this shade. It's called Seclusion. So go ahead and take some of this, and I just try to keep it as high up as possible. Just kind of put it in the same exact area where I put the bronzer. Oh, I have so much powder on me. Ooh, okay. So, and don't be shy with your blush. I used to like be super scared to put blush on, but everybody says it. Blush is the first thing to leave your face, so you don't have to be nervous about putting too much on because it's gonna go. So go ahead, pack it on. That's that. And so now I can go ahead and just brush off the rest of this powder. So I'm just using the A21 brush to brush off any excess powder. And then I just, with the same brush, I just kind of go over the rest of my face. That way, anywhere where I didn't put any powder, it just gets some powder and my face is all set. Now, I don't know if I'm feeling putting highlighter. I'll put a little bit on. So this is the Laura Geller, wow, this throwing it back. So this is the Laura Geller Gilded Honey. And so I'm just gonna use that same exact brush I used for my blush. And I'm just gonna put a little bit. I don't want a lot because I just want a little. Perfect. All right, and so now back to my eyes. I'm trying to think if I want to put anything on my under eyes. I kind of feel like I just want to leave it bare. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of mascara on the under eye. And so let's see what's next. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and set my face. So this is the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. So I'm just gonna go ahead and spray. Perfect. All right, so gonna just let this dry on my face, then go back to my hair, and then we'll finish off with lips. All right, so my hair is a lot drier now. This is what it looks like. So it's dry kind of like in the front, these pieces, but the middle is still super wet. That's kind of why it looks the same still, but I'm super happy with how it turned out. So like I said, I'm gonna try to do a half up, half down look. So I'm gonna go ahead and just take out little pieces up here. So one of these, it has a longer piece than the other. All right, so just do that. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and from my ear, I'm just gonna go ahead and just take a little bit of hair from my ear up, and then the same thing on this side. So I'm gonna just leave my hair split down the middle. Just go ahead and do this. Okay, and then let's see, and then just kind of put in like as if you're gonna do a ponytail, and make sure it's just the hairs that you want. And then for the hair tie, I'm just using one of these little elastic bands, and then I'm gonna put it in a ponytail. Like that, and then kind of play with it until it's to my desired look. And then what I'm gonna do is I have this finishing hair cream. I bought this on Amazon. I'll link it down below, but it's really good for flyaways. But what I'm gonna use it for is just to comb out just like my little baby hairs. So just pushing my little baby hairs back and just kind of even that, and then just kind of brush it down a little bit. You see the difference between this and this. And then just gonna go ahead and repeat the same thing on the other side. That is my hair completed. Like I said, I'm super happy that my hair cooperated today, because listen, when you have curly hair, you know, one day's a good day, one day's a bad day. You just gotta hope and pray to the curly hair gods that it's gonna be a good curly hair day. And so today the curly hair gods were in my favor. They were rooting for me, so shout out to them. And now we can move on to lips. All right, so I'm gonna be using the KKW Beauty lip liner Nude 2. So I'm just gonna go ahead and line my lips. Okay, so as you can see, I just kind of did the corners. And so now for the actual shade I'm going to use, this is again the KKW Beauty Nude Creme 4. And I'm just going to put that kind of in the center. Okay. All right. And now I'm going to go ahead and put a gloss, because what's the lip without a gloss? Like, come on. All right, and that is the final lips. All right, so this is the final look. Here are the eyes, and then the face, and then of course the hair. So thank you to the curl gods, thank you to the makeup gods, thank you to whoever had something to do with making sure that the look came out good. I'm super happy with it, how it turned out. You guys subscribe, turn your notifications on, like the video, comment down below. Let me know what you guys liked about the video. Let me know what you guys want to see from me. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching and joining me on my first ever YouTube video. And I can't wait to start this journey with you guys. Thank you. Bye.